Hello, good morning and welcome to New Forest Morphs. We'd like to extend a big welcome to any new subscribers that have jumped on the channel today. I hope you're enjoying the journey and thank you so much for your love and support. Today Jared and I want to just give a big shout out to one or two people out there. Hamlin particularly has been sending us some really lovely updates on his build. He's a bit like you, Jared. He liked the fact that you build your own racks and you do a lot of building your own incubation, you're doing an awful lot of do-it-yourself stuff, and Hamlin is one of these guys that is very much loves to build things from scratch and he's very creative. And he sent me and he's given me permission to share this with our community, but have a look at that, Jared. I mean, that's one of an example of one of the rack systems he's built. And I think he said that the materials were like as low as £10 to get.
Wow.
I mean,
is it melamine?
I think so, but can you see he's got a very unusual way of heating his mats as well. What method is he using there, Jared?
It's heating wire, isn't it?
Is it heat wire?
Yeah.
So he's taking a heat wire approach, but I love the fact that he's got everything very bespoke. And if you notice that because he wants to enjoy his snakes, instead of having, like us, our rubs end up, he's put them on the side so he's got a bigger window to enjoy his snakes.
Yeah.
So I quite like that. I'll show you a couple of other pictures. You can see.
It's good if you haven't got as much space as well, because you can put it up against the wall and it doesn't stick out as far.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's done. He's tucked it in behind a door. You can see that. And it does look good. Can you see he's got storage space at the bottom, and also he's put in his incubator that he built himself as well. And I think I'm really impressed with the design and the build. And I'll give you a close-up of the incubator. Well, actually he's also built himself a rat room outside. All from timber, all done by hand, all by himself. Very impressive. And it's like millimetre perfect almost. You know, he's that accurate with his measurements and sizes, and he said he's more than willing to share with the community any of his designs, any of his techniques. If anyone out there wants to do a self-build and you need a little bit of guidance, he'll email me his plans and drawings, and we can then send them off to various people that want to do a self-build. And there's the finished painted, I call it the rat rack. Or the rat shack, sorry, not the rat rack, the rat shack. It's lovely, isn't it? I do love it, and I just love Hamlin's ability to create. And there's his incubation build. Can you see what he's done there? I think he's used special insulating material, recycled insulation material inside. And I might have pictures of how he's done that. You can look inside the inside of what he's done, and it fits perfectly in his setup. And you don't need a massive we started off with this little small incubator over here, didn't we, Jared? Your first project was in that one, so you don't need to go heavy and big, do you, on your first snakes? You can go small to start with, experience success on a mini scale, and then as you learn the art and craft of keeping these beautiful animals, then you might want to go into it a bit more detail. And I always think, for me, the best approach is go gently into the hobby, but everyone to their own. Some people jump in and fully commit themselves from day one, and that can work for them. But for us, I think we've taken a 3-year gently easing in, getting some success, learning how to look after the animals, and then we've committed more money and more investment into the snakes. And of course, we've produced a lot of our own snakes. And today we're going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of our male clowns. Today we're talking about clowns. Today we're going to go over the males that we've got and what we're going to use in our projects. Tomorrow we'll probably do the females, but I will do one ultrasound today, which would be Bubbles, as I promised, and we'll check to see the size of her follicles. She's a beautiful Lesser Enchi Clown. That's about 1400 grams. She just shed out, so we'll ultrascan her today. And then later I'm going to give a shout out to one of my favourite YouTube channels, and it's basically Tish at Python Spawn is going to get a big shout out today, and we're going to just show you a little bit of a sample of what she's doing. I like her channel, Jad, and we'll discuss that at the end. So I think the first thing we're going to do is say thank you very much to Hamlin for sharing his pictures with us and vision. Thank you also for the lovely positive feedback we've had on the competition yesterday, and I think a lot of people really appreciated the love and the energy that we're doing. So, right, Jad, so should we have a look at the males first? Should we bring out our number 1 stud male, Hercules?
You're doing first or last?
What do you think? We should build up slowly?
Build up to it.
Build up to it? Okay. Let's start with our first male, which is Joker. Joker's responsible for most of our Het Clowns, Jared. Is right near you. So let's have a little look at him and see how he's doing. So we are resting him this year, aren't we, Jared? Because he's been such a busy boy.
Yeah.
We're not going to make him work hard at all this year. And I think the policy that we've got here is that if we've got males coming through the ranks that can help with that workload, why not rest our boys and just make sure that the boys are well rested before we put them back to work. And I think it's a good way of rewarding them for the success of what they've done. And he's a beautiful example of a clown, but he's put that through so many gorgeous Het clowns for us. And let's go through some of his children first, Jared. Should we have a look and see what we've got?
Yeah.
So, do you want to start with the first one? Is that Doodle the Noodle?
Here's Doodle. He is, we believe, a pastel cinnamon Het clown.
Yeah. And isn't he a beautiful example? Just look how he's balled up lovely, Jared. Isn't he lovely? And I think what we'll do, Jared, is we'll put him in the light box, shall we? Because I think they look better in the light box. And let's just have a little look. He's kind of tied himself up in a knot, really. But I think if you have a look at him, Jared, in the light box and get his colours to show. He's got clown markers, hasn't he? Can you see the clown markers in him, Jared?
I can see the cinnamon.
Yeah, I can see the clown markers. I can see the cinnamon and pastel, and I can see those genes in him. But also I can see the Het clown influence. And let's just go through and refresh people. We've got a video on Het clown markers, but we used him in that video. But the things that you're looking for is the dripping on the alien heads. When you have a Het clown, the alien heads tend to drip, and there's normally a bit more white bordering around the alien heads. You also have a small white, zoom in on his tail, you'll see a little white speck on his tail. That's normally indicative of a Het clown. Can you see the white tip? Mm-hmm. Most Het clowns have a white tip. And the other thing they have is they have a stripe on their necks. If you look at his neck stripe, he'll have a short little neck stripe going on the back. That's indicative of clown as well. But the other thing that shows itself is the influence of the teardrops are manifest in the alien heads, and you'll see a lot more white. And the other thing to watch for is the brightness of the snakes. Het clowns are a lot brighter intensity. So the genes that are in them, the clown has the ability, even with one single recessive gene in him, to brighten him up. So I think he's going to be a wonderful daddy. And he's our backup male, isn't he, for Hercules and other males that we've got. So do you want to see whether he's producing much sperm, Jared? If I just check to see how mature he is, and we can check his weight as well. Let's see whether he's producing sperm. So
yeah, plenty of
sperm in there. Yeah, and he's having some fun with the ultrasound. So that's really good. So he's sexually mature, and we can use him this year. Right, let's move on to the next one, Jared. Which one do you think we should have a look at next? Any more children of Joker, Het clowns? I think we've got some more actually. I think we've got some more over here, Jared, haven't we? Because we produced some beautiful Het clowns. Actually, we've got a visual clown out of Joker, Ezekiel. You can show Ezekiel off. Want to see Ezekiel? Is that Lucky? That's not Lucky. Ezekiel's this one, I think. Let's have a look at him and see how he's doing. So he's a beautiful example of a clown. He's lovely, isn't he?
Yeah.
Beautiful. We love him very much. And he's getting close now to 200 grams, and he's only a couple of months old. And he's looking great, Jared. Is he shedding fine?
Yeah, he's doing everything fine.
He's eating rat fluffs, and his temperament, he's getting socialised. And it's a fine balance between socialising and not overhandling. But can you see the lovely teardrops on him? He's a beautiful example. And we think he's just a straightforward clown.
Yeah.
So he'll be...
He's got a horseshoe on his head as well, if you can see that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got two with horseshoes. We've got another girl called Lucky. But we'll do the girls tomorrow, Jared. I want to focus on the boys. Now, we wouldn't breed with him until he's at least 12 months old and up to 700 grams is our policy here. And producing sperm, all those things. And we've got some other hets here. So this is one of your favourite snakes, Jared, isn't it? One of your favourite cinnamons.
I just absolutely love the markings. I'm not too happy with me picking them up, but
yeah.
He's called Graham. Cinnamon Graham. As the Americans would say, Cinnamon Graham.
Mm-hmm. He's an absolutely top-notch example of a cinnamon, plus also he's got the Het clown influence. You can see the white bordering around the alien heads, that's bringing that on.
And I'll get out another cinnamon that's not het for clown.
Yeah.
The same.
See if you can make a comparison. We've
So
got one that's het for pied in there, haven't we?
yeah.
Let's have a look and see if you can see the difference. And how big is Graham, Jared? You've weighed him. Is he about 350?
Yeah, I think so. There's the difference there. So you see really dark.
And then the Het
Dark
Clown
colours
influence
in the
brightens
Het
them
Clown.
up. Can you see the brightness in the Het Clown? And can you see the extra white influence and the dripping over the alien heads? And that's what you're looking for. So I think when you're buying a Het Clown, and say it's only, these are 100%. That one's 100% Het pied, isn't it? And this one's 100% Het Clown. So when you're buying a 50% Het Clown, which is about 50% chance of being 100% Het Clown, if you use these markers, Jared, you can actually, these markers helps you make a more informed decision, because even a snake that's labelled as 50%, if you know what you're looking for, you can get it for a good price, and then you can stand a better chance of getting clown in your genes.
Yeah, it's never 100%, is
No.
it? It's always.
But knowing
a
these
chance.
little tricks gives you that edge when it comes to buying and investing. And of course, clowns aren't cheap, so if you're going to go the het route, it's lovely if you can make a good judgment call.
The only way to really find out for sure though is to breed it.
Yeah. Talking of hets, we've got two more baby hets clowns that we thought were clowns because they're so beautiful. They're spider banana het clowns, and one of them's called Haribo, which I think you're looking at now, Jared.
This one's Turbo.
That's Turbo. So how big is Turbo, Jared, and how's he doing?
He's about 200 grams now.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing really well. He's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. That gives us the opportunity to put banana.
Those little black dots are from the banana. They're not mites, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah. So with the banana and with the het clown, Jared, we can now we can create banana clowns now, can't we? We can create banana spider clowns, which are awesome. And
that looks like a woman doing a squat. The head stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
A very wide sumo squat.
Might be a lady. He might be. He might enjoy the ladies when he gets the chance. But no, we'll put him to a visual clown, Jared. And imagine if we put him to a visual Enchi Clown, or imagine if we put him to a lesser clown. I mean, it could be really interesting. Putting him to a lesser clown, you'll see the white going up a lot higher on the spider side.
There's the spider influence with the wobble, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're completely fine.
Now, that one's Haribo, is it? And he's
Haribo.
very similar. So there's a couple of boys now. We could bring them in later. And then Mowgli was the other boy, Jared, that we've got.
Yeah.
And Mowgli is a het clown, but he's a leopard pastel 100%. You can have a quick look at him under the light box, Jared.
He's 50% het pied as well.
He's 50% het pied, but he's 100% het for clown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, because leopard is so dominant, you might struggle to see the het clown influence in there. Can you see any het clown influence, Jared?
Not really.
No, it's more difficult with very strong dominant genes. But I can still see some white, and I can still see some dripping effect. He's got the stripe on his back. Has he got a white tip on his tail? Just check his tail and see if he's got a white tip. I mean, in theory, he should have a white tip. If he's got a white tip...
There's a little white bit there.
See the white tip? So that's the het clown marker. And he's got a long stripe on his tail, which is also indicative of clown. Has he got any pied marks on him?
Nah.
No. So there's probably...
his belly is quite clean, so it's
Yeah.
hard to see anything.
But it doesn't mean to say he's not pied, but het pied, but we'll prove him out. And we'll put him to a pied girl and see whether he's carrying that gene. But we want to get leopard into our clown projects as well, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, is that all of our males we've got? Or
Hercules is the big one.
Hercules is the big one that we've been building up. Now he's carrying so many genes, Jared.
Pastel Enchi Lesser Leopard Clown. And he's amazing.
Stick him in the right box, Jared, because you'll get the best out of him in there. And he's about 900 grams. He's eating a mixture of food items, isn't he? He's eating Maltese, he's eating small rat wieners. But we want to try and keep him between 1,000 and 1,200, don't we?
Yeah.
But
See
just
if he'll pull his head out for you to see.
Yeah, beautiful animal. And he's actually maintained his colour. Oh, look at that. Beautiful green eye, because that's the pastel influence on there. And the leopard is giving him the stripe on his back. The lesser is fading him out. and the Enchi is creating that beautiful bronzy gold colour.
And the minimal pattern.
So when we saw him on the Morph Market, we fell in love with him, didn't we, Jared? And we're so glad we bought him, and we're just so looking forward to bringing him into the breeding rotation.
He's almost green, isn't he?
We have checked that. And has he locked yet, Jared?
Oh, we've got Skip as well, which we didn't talk about.
Oh, of course. Now Skip is one of Jared's favourite Het Clown boys, so we should really have a
shed.
Yeah, but still show him off, Jad. We can still show him off briefly. And what's in him that you really want in your projects, Jared?
The gravel clown.
So he's a gravel Het Clown.
Pastel gravel, 100% Het Clown.
Yeah. So
when he's out of shed, we'll show you him probably.
He's part of our Clown Highway projects. And also, talking of which, we've got a Het Clown boy Xantic as well, which is... We've got more boys than we've...
Galileo.
Galileo. Have a quick look at Galileo. So we've got more clown boys than we thought, Jared. I'm not sure if he's in or out of shed though, Jared. Is he okay?
Yeah.
I think he's out of shed now. Do you want me to take him? There we go. So here's a super pastel double het for Xantic Clown. And he's got a wife that we've got as a project who's almost up to size. And her name is Curiosity, which is this one here, Jared.
Oh.
So Curiosity is his wife. And she's about 1200.
She's a pastel double het.
Yeah. So we've got a 1 out in 8 chance of hitting an Xantic Clown VPI. And we'd love that.
Pastel VPI.
That pastel VPI Clown. If we get 8 eggs out of her and one of them is what we need, we've got a powerhouse. And if it's a boy, I'd love it. Because the reason I want a boy, Jared, is because it takes 12 months to get him up to sexual maturity. We can plug him into other projects, produce the hets for the future. And we'll probably get one visual clown, which is 100% het for Xantic VPI. Yeah. And that's how you build your projects. So you hope and pray that you get a male. And we'll put him back. I don't think we'll put him under the spotlight, but he's 1200. And I think that's all grams. And I think that's all of our males, Jared. I don't think there's any other het clown boys that we've got, is there? Are we missing anything?
I know we've got a couple normal het clowns that are available for sale.
Yeah, if anybody wants to get into the project, we've got a couple of het clown boys that are available. Please give us check us out on IG or...
We've got a lesser het clown called Zach.
Of course. Where's Zach? Do you want to get him out? Is he in shed?
He's in shed, so I'm not going to go, but this boy bites me all the time.
He's actually a butter, Jared. You say lesser, but he's a butter.
No, I think they're the same thing.
Okay, but he's really amazing. He really does shine when he's out of shed. We've kept him for a reason, Jared, is because he's got high intensity butter, which we think will look lovely. And so it's not just a question of, it's the intensity of colour. And also there's another side to this, it's the sociability of your animals. Each animal has their own nature. And you often find that the parents with a soft, gentle nature produce quite soft and gentle offspring in our experience. I mean, I've noticed that our banana boy, who's a darling, has produced darling animals. Well, has he? No, he's actually produced a few challenging animals, but I think it may be his wife that's influenced them because... but I think with socialisation, but what I'm saying is that I find that Titus, who's our ultra male, has produced some very docile animals. So I don't know whether there's something going on, or whether it's the gene, or whether it's the parent, but I also try to go for quite docile animals because I like to be able to handle them and enjoy them as well. So there's that side to consider when you're buying your snakes, if you want to get into more of a hobby side rather than the business side of what you're doing. And I think for us, we've got a balance between the two, the mainly hobby with a sideline business growing.
They will calm down though. Snakes do calm down when you start handling them.
Yeah.
I bought a banana that was vicious and bit me every day pretty much.
Okay.
And now he's good as gold and he's calm, and I've given him to my son and he's relaxed.
Yeah. So let's now do the ultrasound for the day, which is going to be Bubbles.
Your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn to see if I can find the follicles on this one. And we'll just prepare them.
If you get her out.
Yep, lovely. And let's see how she's doing.
Welcome.
Yeah, what we like to do is when we're ultrasounding them, because this is their home, if we take the home to the ultrasound rather than pulling them out, and we take away the water so that it doesn't get in the way, and we lift that. I'm going to just quickly wash my hands, Jared, and then I'm going to have a go at doing this.
She's the one we showed the other day with the paradox. Wait, didn't we ultrasound her the other day?
We were going to, but we didn't, Jared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said I'd keep it back for the clown projects.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. And also I think one ultrasound a day is enough for anybody, I think. We don't want it to get too boring, do we? So let's just put the gel on. Stick that back in there. We want to straighten her out. Because... Oh, that wasn't too clever. The gel just slipped off, Jared. That wasn't too clever of me to do that. Let's just put it back on there, Jared. And yeah, I'm going to have to change your paper, I think.
Yeah.
So let's just straighten out her tail. See whether she'll let me have access to the area that I want to have access to, which is the lower third. And we'll just straighten her out. So you get much better pictures when you actually, if you can, straighten her out. Now, have a look at that, Jad. See if there's anything coming up
Right,
at all.
that's fine. So we're getting from there.
Okay.
That's what we're doing now. Nothing.
Nothing yet. Oops. Anything there?
No.
Oh, what's that?
Could be something. Or it might just be her bending. Think that's an egg?
I think it is.
Try and get a clearer image so we can get the circle of it. Sometimes it gives you, when she bends like that, sometimes it gives you false reading.
Okay.
Try a bit higher up, quite low down.
Go lower.
No, like
Oh,
up here.
you go that
That's where
high?
I'd start, yeah.
Oh, really? There you go, Jack. What you find in there?
Nothing yet. Might need some more gel.
More gel. Well, Jared's a lot better than me at this, and it's taken me a little bit longer to get used to this, but I'll get it. With practice, you get it.
Okay.
Right up there, okay.
Work your way down. Nothing yet. Give me a go.
I think we're going to have to switch Jared. I'm not really getting it. See if Jared can find it. He'll probably pick it up straight away.
Right, we're going to change the bedding after, but I'm going to put some more gel.
Yeah. Jared goes very generous on the gel. Let's look at your. Then we'll see your technique. So just talk us through your technique, Jared.
So I go in just below the ribs here.
Below the ribs. You're going on the other side, which is interesting.
I just go where it was
You
comfortable.
found something. You found something there. Keep going. I saw. There you go. There was a follicle. Keep going. That's it. There.
Where?
Are these
No,
follicles?
there's nothing there.
Is that follicles? No.
There. At the top.
There it is. Well done, Jared, for finding it. Now I'll press the freeze button and I can find it. Where is the freeze button?
It's the light blue one.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
The light blue one. Second one down.
that one.
Across, right?
There?
No, right, right.
Oh, right there.
Down,
Okay.
down.
Oh, there.
Oh no, up.
Up. Yeah. Sorry. This is like the golden shot.
Yeah.
Fire. You
Right,
see,
let's clean it up.
we're an interesting team. It's a Lauren Hardy team here, isn't it? I know,
Dad thinks that light blue is green.
it's alright.
Light blue. Colourblind.
I think Jared and I are like Lauren Hardy, but I'm not sure who's Lauren and who's Hardy.
You're both.
Am I both?
Yeah.
That's another phone mess you've got me into, Ollie.
I don't know what that is.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's classic. And anyone that's my age or older will appreciate Lauren Hardy used to be one of our favourite kids programs. Let me just take that for you, Jared. So anyway, we've got the follicles. Jared's managed to find one, which is great. I think we've just got to now measure and then Well done, Jared. So yeah, I'll do the measuring while you do that, Jared. I'll see if I can multitask here and measure at the same time. So
I'm going to set this time.
yeah, so let me just go to measure. There's the set button there. And then we do distance.
They're small. 6 or 7, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jared. I do agree with you. They are small. But she's 1400 and she's a brand new girl, so you can't expect too much. And then we go again. It's quite hard filming and doing this together, Jared. Well, I feel for anyone that tries to film by themselves. And let's just see what we've got. Jared, 6.1 I think.
6.1.
Or 6.1. Well, there we go. So thank you everyone for that, for being patient with us. And we'll just switch this off now, save the battery. Put that down there. And then I think we'll just do a shout out. I wanted to do a shout out for Tish. And then we'll call it a wrap, shall we?
Yeah.
So, now Tish has sent us her stickers here. You can see on the sticker board. There you go. It's a beautiful, beautiful logo, beautiful thing. But you can see on her YouTube channel.
Just want to hit the lights quick.
Yeah. Do you want to just see how that looks, Jad? So what I love about Tish is that she's really, really good at her thumbnails. Look how much time and energy she puts into her thumbnails. That's normally shows that she takes a lot of care on those. And she's probably using some software that we need to find out about to make our thumbnails a little bit better. I like the fact that she's using these codes for a morph market for, what's that, Jad? Not sure.
No idea.
Not sure what that is.
Website maybe?
Could be website. This we know obviously is USARC, which she supports big time. I think we should all get behind them and support them because of what they do. And then we've also got over here 3 other things here. We've got her Facebook, her Instagram, and she's on TikTok as well. And obviously she's on YouTube. She's got 896 subscribers, only been doing it about a year, similar size to us. We're very similar in many ways because we're both getting onto the YouTube channel at the same time. We're both growing our channels at the same level. And I like her content. I had a really good look at her video last night, and the one I was going to show you is top 5 useful winter tips. And I've learned a lot from that video, and we were able to have a really good exchange, and it really worked well. And so go follow Tish. I'll just show you a little sample of her work.
But once it gets to that cold weather, it drops. I mean, bad. Hey guys, Tish from Python Spawn. As you guys probably already noticed, winter's coming. So, this video is on how to prepare for that. Come on in.
I love it. I love her logo, I love her introduction, I love turn fear into desire, which is really interesting, and I've done that. I was fearful of these snakes, and now I desire them. And I think turning fear into desire is a really good motto, and go give her some love on this channel. She's a lovely, lovely person to get to know, and she's a very good host, and she invites us in, and I really like that. So it's lots of love and lots of support for Tish, and thank you everyone for supporting our channel, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.